Hello everybody! Viking Demon Slayer from my living room. I wanted to do a third video in the series about trapped emotions, and I can see that I just feel better when I have lip gloss. So hello! Join the live, my darlings. I'm all cozied up in my little corner in my living room, sitting in my sofa. We're going to talk about wishy-washy. Wishy-washy. Well, I have my lip gloss right here. Lip gloss just adds color to your world. I'm going to put you right there. Right there. Enjoy my spider plant. So, wishy-washy. Wishy-washy is a trapped emotion. In Swedish we would say velepinne, right? Someone who doesn't know what they want. It sucks. It's annoying. And sometimes we are wishy-washy. You don't want to be. I mean, why are you wishy-washy? Well, when energy is trapped and it's not a trauma that causes you to get triggered outwardly, then the trigger is a freeze response. And then you have wishy-washy. You do nothing. You can't go left, you can't go right, you can't move forward, so you stay put. And the whole thought loop starts with being wishy-washy. And it's so annoying. Oh my god. So, wishy-washy. Wishy-washy, velepinne, can't make choices. Wishy-washy is also a learned behavior from childhood, when you had a parent that for some reason, let's wait. Wishy-washy, because it has several of like entrances into your subconscious mind, and the most common one, wishy-washy isn't like a super common trapped emotion that I find, but when I find it, it just fills this perfect puzzle piece in the story of this person. I know that someone who has been on social welfare, the biggest part of their life, is more likely to have wishy-washy. Because when you have wishy-washy, you can't make a career choice. So it's easier to end up on welfare. It's difficult when you have wishy-washy to have a successful business. So someone is asking, what about back and forth? Yeah, you know, wishy-washy is the energy. You stand still, you can't choose. So the thoughts may go back and forth, but at the end of the day, you just sit still. So hello everybody, we are talking about wishy-washy. Wishy-washy, just not making a choice, really. And it is, like I said, when someone has it, it's a client that definitely has been on social welfare for a long period of time, and they have family members, parents on social welfare. Wishy-washy is what I would call the poor man's trapped emotion. I think it probably is a reason also for poverty. I guess all trapped emotions in a way can be a reason for poverty, but wishy-washy, I mean, Richard Branson, Elon Musk, what other rich guys? In Sweden we have the Bonnier family, in Scandinavia the Schibsted media family. I mean, they have a lot of trapped emotions, probably, obviously. We all do. We all have trapped emotions, but, you know, I don't think we will find wishy-washy with them. It's just, it's one of those patterns that I've discovered. So, wishy-washy, when a parent has it in a family constellation, I think it's difficult for that parent to be emotional support of the children. I think it's difficult. I think the parent gets stuck in internal thought loops. It's what wishy-washy does. Wishy-washy is the thinker, actually the planner. You know, planning is good, right? Having a plan. First we do this, then we do this, then after that we do that. Bum, bum, bum. But planning can become this escape, this excuse, this, oh, well, you see, I just don't have the time to. And it's quite fascinating that procrastination, it's not a trapped emotion in the chart, but I want to say that procrastination and wishy-washy definitely belong together, and a trapped emotion that is on the chart that I believe is linked with wishy-washy is creative insecurity. This is the kidneys. So if you have problems with the kidneys, your adrenals, you know, your bladder, peeing in general, there might be a link between wishy-washy and creative insecurity. But creative insecurity, it's like, it was my personal top 3 trapped emotions that I had. It was just, So, people are saying interesting things. I have attracted wishy-washy people into my life. Yeah, that's also a sign. You're very wise, Queen Bam, that you understand that when we attract something, it's usually a sign we have it inside of us. And wishy-washy people, you know, in Sweden, I'm assuming that you're in Sweden and these are Swedish people. We, immigrant friends have told me, you have the luxury in Sweden of being able to afford being lazy, because in the view of a foreigner from a poor country, Swedish people are lazy. Yeah, we don't have to work our asses off in the same way as other countries have to have food on the table. We're quite privileged. It's a sensitive topic. My spirit guides are like, Martina, you're entering, you know, there's a line here. Please be careful with how you say this. And just come on up. So anyway, yeah, you know, wishy-washy people, if you don't resonate with them, it will annoy you. It will annoy you like, when you hang with people like that. I myself, I can't stand wishy-washiness. And that's why I just don't talk to certain family members even. I just don't. Because the wishy-washiness, I mean, I feel that they're just spoiled. Like, come on, make a choice. You're 46. Like, grow up. See, Viking Demon Slayer has 3D thoughts too. God bless them. Oh, Lord. So creative insecurity. You guys, creative insecurity, like, oh my Lord, that is created in childhood when you wanted to display something, you wanted to tell your mom and dad something, and it was from your creative heart. It was your expression. And it was met with hard reaction. Like, no, mommy doesn't have time. No, daddy doesn't have time. Or in my case, dad was always watching the news. So I felt. And he just ignored me. So just being ignored, which is, you know, the silent treatment. Later I attracted narcissists that gave me the silent treatment. Rah, why? I mean, hello. It was the behavior my subconscious mind saw when I was a child. And yes, I had hundreds, probably thousands of trapped emotions of creative insecurity. So little child Martina, rejected by her father, gave her the silent treatment. He was watching the news, didn't budge from the TV screen. I was telling him about these amazing drawings. I loved to draw. Oh my God. And to this day, I have, look my crayons. I'm still, expressing myself because I'm back. I'm back. That dad was focused on the TV. I have healed it. I healed little Martina. The creative insecurity is gone. So I can receive and I can create again. See? And create also comes in the form of expressing your love, expressing love in relationships, expressing energy in your business, at your job, even if it's just a part-time job. It's your creativity, your creative energy that wants to be expressed. And when it's healed, and you do it. You show up as the glorious you. So creative insecurity is something that you don't necessarily need emotion code to heal. When you know, shit, yeah, nobody acknowledged my art when I was a kid. Nobody. Fucking hell. Creative insecurity, you can say, okay, little child, I hear you, and it sucks. It totally sucks. They should have loved your beautiful drawings. But hey, let's go to, in Sweden we have Panduro, dollar store, other stores. Let's go nuts. Let's buy something and let's start creating again. And that inner critic, that is actually your subconscious voice, based upon the rejection from childhood, will immediately say, don't be ridiculous. Come on. Who do you think you are? What the hell? The more reason for you to say, inner critic. Whew, I hear you. We have been together for a long time. And even though you may have a point, I am still going to do what makes me happy this time around. I freaking deserve it. And the inner critic is going to slowly quiet down. The inner critic will never disappear, but when you see it for what it is, it will not control you or trigger you anymore. So, wishy-washy, in my opinion, it's not a really common trapped emotion, but when it's there, I see things related to creativity blocks and abundance blocks. And maybe we should talk a little bit about money. Let's talk a little bit about money and wealth, which is basically, wealth is openness. It is the person being open and feeling worthy of wealth. They obviously, the wealthy people don't have to the same extent as people that are not as wealthy, this inner freaking dialogue. They have, believe you me, I have rich clients, they have a dialogue and it's detrimental and like self-harm and all of that stuff, but they understand I am good at this skill. This skill is mine and it's unique for me. So yeah, I'm allowing money. I am allowing and opening up to money. And that, the 3D proof that you are open and allowing money is that you look at your bank account and there's plenty of money there. If it's not the amount in your bank account that you would want, you have money blocks because it's a physical sign, like, But then again, money is wealth, abundance, and maybe you're very rich when it comes to other things. I mean, let's think about it. What is true wealth? This is what comes up when I have abundance sessions with clients. Because what true wealth is, it differs from person to person. My elderly clients that are older than 70 years old, they think back to when they were young. And when they mean young, they mean my age, 40. And I don't feel young. And they think about age and health. To them, that is wealth. And when I have someone in my age with small kids, to them, wealth is that the kids will be free from their allergies, so they can relax. That's number one. Number two, wealth is being able to sleep the whole night. That is incredible wealth when you have tiny kids. So think about it. Wealth is obviously money, and that's okay. It's okay. Money, big part of wealth. Let's just place it right here. Yes, money, good. But wealth, what is wealth for you? Let me know in the comments, please. Also, if you look at the replay, if you're watching the replay, please let me know. Wealth means several of things for all of us. With me, it's a full fridge with vegetables and fruit. That to me is wealth. Having a refrigerator full of healthy food, for instance. So type, my darlings. Oh, someone bought coloring pens. Waldorf crayons. Ooh. I have Caran d'Ache from Switzerland. So tell me, guys, what is wealth? What represents wealth? For me, also, kawaiibox.com. My kids love kawaii items, cute things from Japan. I have, oh, see right here, I was writing letters to clients, to customers that have bought pendulums. And this is kawaii. Look how cute. So for my kids, they want that kawaii box from Japan. Thing is, taxes are so high, import taxes, that the taxes cost as much as the box itself. So it's 600 crowns per month now. So I stopped the subscription and I said, no, we're gonna go to that Japanese shop and just get things instead. And that's super important wealth to them. They're like, kawaii Japan. Hello, hello, hello. We're talking about trapped emotions and how they tie in with wealth. Natural medicine, healing stuff. Yes, stuff I need to be happy and to express myself. Beautiful sky. Beautiful. Yes, amazing. And being alive is wealth for me. Yeah, tell me, guys. Good, secure home. Yeah, oh, fuck, I feel that in my soul. A secure home. Good, soulful connections. Yes. Being alive. Being alive. Holy shit. How often do we stop and think, shit, I'm alive? My neighbor literally dropped dead right outside. Right outside. He dropped dead. Sudden cardiac arrest. Sudden cardiac arrest. His daughter is 1 year older than my oldest daughter. His daughter is 9. And he has dropped dead at the beginning of January. You know, we don't know, do we? So every time you wake up and you see that beautiful sunrise, you're right, I agree, that is wealth. It is. So hello, hello, new people. We're talking about wealth. So when you think about wealth, you feel it. You feel it inside, eh? You feel like when you talk about, well, we talked about crayons, didn't we? And art supplies. You know, where do you feel it in your body? Where is this feeling of, ooh, coloring pens, crayons? It's somewhere in your body, right? So you breathe into that space and you let it grow. And if it has a color, you let the color expand. So for me lately, it has been orange. Let's see if I can. I bought, no, I can't. I'm gonna show you one. I bought orange tulips. See? I just needed orange. I just needed the vibrancy, because in Sweden, in this time of year, it's gray. So for me, a fresh flower is wealth as well. When I think about flowers, I feel it in my root chakra, I feel it in my solar plexus and in my heart. I feel this warmth, this happiness. And what else? We said food in the fridge, where do you feel it in your body? Cultivate that. That feeling is your openness to receive. I know. The more you focus on those good feelings, the easier it is for your body to feel safe to receive. And it doesn't matter if the body is open to receiving 10 Swedish crowns, 100 Swedish crowns, or 1,000,000 Swedish crowns. You need to allow. It is that same principle. It is the same principle no matter what. To allow, to understand, hey, I am freaking worthy. I am freaking worthy. So a personal story. This morning, this client texted me. She was unhappy. She said, no, I'm just as afraid as I was before. My fear has not been cured by our one session. And I asked her, well, did you listen to the meditations? Did you follow all the advice that you were given from the freaking angels? Have you done anything that you were told to do? And she went quiet. So that means no. But it definitely shook me. But I stayed true to my vibration the entire day. And just now, I got this beautiful message from another beautiful soul. And she told me, I've been to a couple of sessions with you, but I've also been listening to your free meditation magic shop. I advised her to. And the dentist that I went to today said that my cavities had disappeared. She had several of cavities. It disappeared. What? Was the dentist, was the x-ray machine broken? What? Was he blind? Or is it that she did the inner work and I stayed true to allowing, so that she felt compelled to reach out to me and tell me this? I mean, you tell me. I think it's a mutual openness there. Like attracts like. So, yes, Queen Bam, you've had a creative block, but it's gone now, isn't it? Coloring books and diamond painting right now. I love those. I have at least 10 coloring books. For once, I don't have one like right in front of me. I always make sure to have one. I don't draw freehand either right now. It's just, nah, it's okay. Maybe, maybe it's in our future that we will create great paintings. I mean, who knows? It's okay if we're not up for everything, like every single moment. So focus on the openness, Queen Bam. We all have blocks, but just focus on the openness. Let me tell you, it is a mental shift. Because let me tell you, Vincent van Gogh was mentally ill. He cut his own ear off and sent it to his sister. Like, dude had issues. Still here we are, looking at his sunflowers 150 years after his death. So, yeah, you keep going. You keep going. The better it gets, the better it gets. The better it gets, the better it gets. The better it gets, the better it gets. Keep going. Keep going. Focus on the openness. Focus on that. The other truths that feel so rock hard and heavy, they can go and be rock hard and heavy just to the side. We're not discussing with them. We're not deleting or fighting. No. They can go and be there. And you, even if you have 1,000,000 blocks, so did Vincent van Gogh. Another one, Monet. Monet was dirt poor, biggest part of his life, but he had a supportive wife. She was the one buying seeds from the market to plant that beautiful garden, so he had something to paint. So with Monet, it's quite a beautiful love story, actually. Yeah, very beautiful how they supported each other. I think they were twin flames, come to think of it, Monet and his wife. Anyways, okay, trapped emotions. So, trapped emotions, you guys. Wishy-washy, we've talked about how it ties into creative insecurity sometimes. Another one that is really heavy and that I feel is always connected to wishy-washy creative insecurity is effort unreceived. Effort unreceived. And effort unreceived, I mean, you can hear it, right? That you're doing something and you don't feel appreciated. That's the meaning of it. So it's ungratefulness, but from the other part. So the other part, you have busted your ass. You have worked your ass off. You're doing something. And the recipient or someone that is really close to you, otherwise it couldn't have become this trigger, just went, no, thank you. No, thank you. And that, my friend, it starts a freaking loop in your subconscious mind of, well then, okay, well, there's no point in even trying then. Oh, can you hear it? Do you recognize this? Hit me with an emoji, hit me with something, show me something if this, oh then, well then, okay, mama busting her ass on Christmas, and no help, and maybe she doesn't even want, she says that she doesn't need help, but and then someone complains, usually a child may have been me sometimes, you just want to eat the meatballs, because we're Swedish, all of us here are Swedish, I think, so, we want the meatballs as kids, not, the fancy dishes. Heck, I don't think I've ever had a Swedish friend that actually liked herring, pickled herring, or smoked salmon. It's like always on Swedish holiday tables. But I swear to God, I think it's made for tourists or something. Like, I'm the only Swedish person I know that likes it. Yeah, besides maybe my dad. I don't know. It's interesting. So, effort unreceived. And effort unreceived, it's another one of those underdog trapped emotions. And it's just there, lurking beneath it all. Like with wishy-washy, wishy-washy isn't like, abandonment, like we talked about in the first video. Abandonment is fucking there in your face. Abandonment, remember how we said it's a big fucking black hole, isn't it? But effort unreceived is that little, no, I'm not even gonna try. They don't care. It's also the feeling of, it relates to imposter syndrome, actually. All the trapped emotions in emotion code, of course they link together. So that's why my videos, they will contain a little bit of repetition. There will be, because they're on the same chart, aren't they? The frequencies match to a certain degree. So effort unreceived is definitely imposter syndrome. Definitely. You're just not expecting anybody to believe in you. You're like, no, they're gonna find out. They're gonna find out that me, the biggest joke that is pretending to know something. Oh my goodness. I was thinking now, right before I started this video, I was like, shit, Martina. A third video about trapped emotions. Yeah, guess what? You'll be sitting there on your own. And, and then, you know what I told that voice? I was like, hello, voice. Even though maybe I will be alone, I find the trapped emotions fascinating. And I have promised myself to create a little Instagram library of the trapped emotions because it's interesting. It's interesting, and maybe other people will find it interesting, and then we can dork out on emotion code and trapped emotions together. And if nobody finds it interesting, guess what? Critical voice, so what? So what? Nothing happens. Nothing actually happens. And then the voice kind of has to say, touche. Nothing happens. When you just grab that voice of creative insecurity, effort unreceived, wishy-washy, and when you tell it, what's going to happen? Show me your worst case scenario. Show me. What the hell? No, but I might die. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Ooh, murdered by Instagram live feature. Yes, no, I don't think so. I think we're going to be just fine. So, I'm glad you're saying that trapped emotions are interesting. They are. I can dork out endlessly. Trapped emotions are just this fascinating puzzle that make up a person. And when you understand the trapped emotions, you understand the person, and it's becoming a healer is freaking kind of simple. It's easy. When you see the patterns, when you sense the patterns. That's why, for those of you who saw me on Swedish podcasts, Swedish lives with other people, I've been live with Australian podcasters too. You may have seen me live interact with the audience, and they said, I have this symptom. And because I've done emotion code and body code for 10 years, I remember the pattern. I've seen it. And I can indeed quite quickly say, oh yeah, it's usually this and that underlying reason. And people are like, holy shit, that resonates. Shit, never thought of it that way. No, because you haven't dorked out for 10 years like I have. So, I'm glad to be of service. So hello, all new people. Hello, we're talking trapped emotions. We're talking about effort unreceived, mama busting her ass at Christmas, and how we can send mama love, we can send ourselves love and appreciate ourselves. That is actually, besides removing the trapped emotion, effort unreceived, when you can, while you do it, if you do it on someone else, if you have the emotion code chart and you have a little bit of skills with muscle testing and healing, you can send love, specifically love, you transmute it. So you say, okay, delete and eliminate that trapped emotions, and I replace it with love. I bless your soul. I send love, and I visualize how this loving light flows to the person. So I see them on my screen, and I just send this white loving light to the person, and I just tell our angels, okay, and now it's replaced. It's love, so that the person at that age has love. So I've been interested in animal psychology. Yeah, it is interesting how everything is connected with trapped emotions, and how the subconscious mind has this constant input of information from the conscious, and the older you get, the more programs there are. But when we go back in time in hypnosis with emotion code and body code and other healing modalities, and you just undo the programming at the root, when you were 2 years old, when you were in the womb even, then it just pop, 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 like little bubbles. All of those situations that were created, they burst, and the triggers and the physical symptoms will just disappear. Like what I told you about this client who'd also listened to my totally free on my YouTube channel, Magic Shop Meditation, and that the dentist today, he looked at the x-rays and he said the cavities have disappeared. And this girl, she's not making it up. She's not trying something. There's no money exchanging hands. Like, she was, I've heard this before. So to me, it's like, oh yeah, that again. Yeah, I've heard it before. That healing work just heals your teeth, even though it shouldn't happen. I've never had a dentist who believed this, that this could happen, but she is one of the many that is living proof. So, yeah. So, okay. What were we talking about? We're talking effort unreceived. So I'm thinking, because there is another trapped emotion, and it's a bit of a heavy one. So it's kind of a little bit of almost a trigger warning, because now things are going to be heavy a little while, okay? Because this is a heavy one, but sometimes we need to talk about, something that is a bit heavier, right? Because we're healing it. We're freaking masters at this, aren't we? So, a trapped emotion that is often linked to abandonment, but also effort unreceived, is a heavy one, and it's love unreceived. And love unreceived is, love unreceived is heavy. It's because, it's a trapped emotion, like rejection. Rejection as trapped emotion is you are rejected by someone, but you also reject. It's a seesaw, give and take. With love unreceived, it's the same. Love unreceived makes you a distant person, closed off. You're like, oh there, buddy. That's as close as I'm gonna let you. And when it's together with abandonment, man, you can even get narcissistic tendencies. So I'm not saying full-blown narcissist, I'm saying narcissistic tendencies. Love unreceived is, and I have to be careful here, but certain cultures have it more than others. If your culture is very much based on pride and honor, Middle East, Asia, the family value, family honor, family before anything else, you cannot marry who you want because it will be a disgrace. Those cultures, love unreceived all the way. It does exist here in Sweden, where one could say that maybe, we kind of have lost the family unit. It's, we're floating little islands. So I see it in Swedish people too, love unreceived. Here it's expressed also as distancing yourself and being quiet, and svensk tiger, being quiet and constantly, I see it a lot actually, that Swedish people seem to be weighing their words on a golden scale before uttering them. And me as an empath, I feel it in my solar plexus when someone is calculating their conversation with me, and it gets old real fast. I'm like, no, let's, it's not outside Martina. Inside Martina goes, no, no. But that's love unreceived. What does the subconscious mind want? It wants to be loved, and it wants to be love. But the programming stops this. So what does it do? It starts to calculate after the age of 7. It starts to calculate more like, yo, what's this? And what can I do to be sure to receive love? What do I need to avoid so that people will not, I don't want to feel that they block me, stop me, reject me. See, it's close with rejection actually. And in the teenage years, love unreceived can be just this minefield of learning. But usually what happens is, love unreceived, it just gets stacked on your energy field. I mean, how often in school, because you, as a teenager, you spend a lot of your wake time in school, which is not the way I would like it to be, but it is what it is, right? And you are judged and criticized, and the love, the positive information, the positive energy from the authority figures is based on how well you perform. So if you're not performing well, love unreceived every single freaking day. Of course, your subconscious mind knows, oh shit, with me it was math. So I started anticipating math class like 2 days before, because also empath. So I was like, shit, and that teacher hates me. That teacher hates me. But of course he didn't hate me. He hated that I kind of had a bad attitude, which I can now see as an adult, like, oh man. Because I anticipated, I didn't have any positive adults around me either to say, yo, Martina, princess, maybe if you just take a nice deep breath and just focus and let go of the negative thinking, maybe then try to just stay open. Stay open and don't start the class with cursing the teacher out in your mind. Don't start the math class with already having doom and gloom ready. What the fuck, Martina? I didn't have anyone, and I sure as heck didn't have the skills. So love unreceived it is. It's probably the number one trapped emotion to actually multiply in the teenage years. And it's one of those that you can't really put a name or a label on easily outside of emotion code. The emotion code chart, where is it? The emotion code chart, you know, it's that's what's so good about it. I mean, it is this 3D manifestation of a lot of things that we don't put words on. So here it is. Love unreceived. Yeah, column A, row 1. It says in the heart and small intestine. I can agree that it's definitely heart. Definitely heart. Oh my God, you guys. Please know that love unreceived is heavy. It's heavy. So you need to be gentle. If you're gonna remove it, be gentle in your heart. Be gentle to the person if you're doing it on someone else. And it even says, Bradley Nelson has written, pray. Pray and have a heart full of love. Yes, especially with love unreceived. Oh, especially, oh God bless, when it's a fetus in the womb and there's love. It happens that mother felt so unloved by father that you as a fetus absorbed it in mama's womb. Can you imagine the energy ramifications? So please be delicate. Be delicate, because love unreceived is, for me, it's just the cause of someone being stagnant their entire life, stagnant in the heart, stagnant in relationships, stagnant, with money. So please, this is one of those things. 2 people in the course of my career, 2 clients, they had to go to hospital after sessions with me. And I mean, they didn't put that link in that way, and the hospital staff sure as heck didn't, but I knew I had not been gentle and careful enough. So, but with one, it turned out that he had a hidden heart problem. So right after our session, he got short of breath and he just went to the hospital, and they found this hidden heart problem that they otherwise wouldn't have found, and it causes sudden cardiac arrest. So he said, thank you, Martina. Thank you. Right after our session, I had to go to the hospital. They found out this heart issue, and now I'm on the right medication and my life is safe. So thank you. And I was like, my mind was like a Rubik's Cube. Like, what? What? Like what, you know? But that's how us healers, that's how we work. It's multidimensional, isn't it? And it's not 3D, and you can't explain it in words. So hello, all new people. We are talking about, yes, unrequited love. Queen Bam, story of your life. Hey, let's create a new story here right now. So Queen Bam, the story of your life right now, unrequited love, love unreceived. Listen, I love you. I am sending all my love to you. So your story as of today is, as a matter of fact, the third of the third, 3-3, a portal. You can say, shit, today I received love. Martina Lieberson, Viking Demon Slayer, live from her living room in Stockholm. Okay? So the story of your life is receiving love with open arms. We have been talking about being open, right? I'm open, opening up to love. Open. Let that be your new mantra. So you guys, welcome, all the new people. Please, if you have comments, questions, anything you want to say about these trapped emotions, we still have, I mean, there are a lot of trapped emotions here. I'm gonna make a lot of videos. I like it. So if you bear with me that the videos will always have kind of an overlap, and I used to be a journalist, and journalists, we don't repeat ourselves. It's order. But healer Martina and journalist Martina have merged, and I shall give myself love when there is some repetition. So you guys, we have talked about effort unreceived, love unreceived, wishy-washy, and we also touched on rejection. We touched on creative insecurity. So there's a lot of heart here, and linked to the kidneys, adrenals, and bladder. So I think we're gonna wrap this up for today. I will be back with more trapped emotions. We are going to go into, because you know, some trapped emotions are a bit underdogs, others are in your face, and they're kind of like the celebrity trapped emotions, you know, like anxiety. That's a big one. That's why I started the video series with anxiety and fear and reaction. But to me, it's all an interesting tapestry. So many puzzle pieces. And you need them all to understand the full picture. So bear with me. Next time, I'm already feeling we might go into the yummy anger and hatred trajectory. Anger and hatred, I mean, they're explosive, aren't they? They're explosive, and they definitely cause problems with your liver, your gallbladder. The Chinese medicine also talks about the gallbladder a lot, that it's a fire organ that tends to overheat, and that's bad. You need balance with the fire. So we're going to talk about fire, heat, liver, gallbladder, and also colon next time, if I'm hearing my guides correctly. Yeah. So thank you guys for today. God bless you. It was such a delight. I love dorking out with you. Thank you for listening to me talking about all these trapped emotions. And I will see you soon in the next live. Bye-bye.